Good morning, team. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, day 3.
Yeah.
And our work this week. I'm Dave from CrossFit Cirencester, aka Coach Disco.
And I'm Anna, and thank you for joining us again. So, as it's Wednesday, that means it is capacity day.
Happy hump day.
So today we will be warming up with our beast mobility. That is back. We did that last week and we introduced you to that. And then we are going to go into some capacity work. Today though, the catch is we're going to do it for a little bit longer. So it will be a 10-minute block on your capacity work.
Yeah, so essentially we're going to work through a left and right hand side today. So you're going to probably be feeling these maybe all the way through till Sunday. Depends on what weights you guys are going to use for your second part of the capacity work.
And then we just have a short AMRAP to finish off the day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And our quote of the day is... I've forgotten already. What is the quote of the day?
You're so funny.
I've just been practicing the quote of the day.
You are?
I've forgotten, totally forgotten. You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. That's the quote of the day. Sorry, team. So I invested in my brain this morning, didn't quite invest it.
Right, should we get warm?
Beast mobility, let's give it a go.
Right.
So Anna's going to start off with a bear crawls. Keeping that knee quite close to the ground. I'll follow her on the other side. So baby steps. And then Anna's going to straighten the legs out for some polar bears. So we're trying to keep the heels on the floor. And we're doing our polar bears next.
I'm going to turn around.
So it's the same side, right hand, right leg.
So guys, if you don't have a lot of space, we're working to about 8 to 10 repetitions of each move. Okay, so if it means you have to go forwards and back and just keep turning around, that's absolutely fine.
Chimpanzees.
Yep.
So we're skipping sideways.
So I'm going to do this twice because we haven't got much room.
I won't do this because I put my butt in Anna's face. It's not much of a good thing this morning. Some gorillas.
Yeah, if I let you do that, yeah.
So I'm going to sit upright like an angry gorilla. You can beat the chest if you want to beat the chest. Reach forward, jump, sit upright again. Yeah, 3 of those in.
Yep.
One more round.
Yep, I would definitely do that twice. So again, we're aiming for about 8 to 10 reps of each movement. So it's just a nice, quick, easy way to get warm, raise your heart rate and get really mobile. Brilliant. Duck walks.
Duck walks. So again, we talked a little bit about this last week. Keeping those feet flat. Try and pick your foot up rather than rounding and waddling. Chest always down. Right, work to a depth that feels safe for you. Which gives me the inchworms.
Yeah. So we're quite used to this now, guys, as we've moved and used this movement over the weeks. So nice long stretch, front support. Then we're walking the feet in.
If you want to, you can add a push-up.
Yeah, absolutely. Won't work. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man to finish up. So Spider-Man, crocodile, ninja, lizard, whatever you like to call it. And again, it's always quite good to practice these forwards and trying these in reverse. So just going to get that brain connected with the feet.
Absolutely.
So we're going to show the exercise now for the capacity work.
Yeah, so you should feel nice and warm, which is brilliant. And like we said, our capacity work is going to run for 10 minutes, not 5 minutes today, because we need to do both the left and the right hand side. So here is your first movement. We have a side bridge. So David is going to then pulse his hip towards the floor and up. We will be pulsing for 15 seconds. Now, if it's too much on your arm, you can come down to the elbow and do exactly the same. Or you can actually put the bottom knee on the floor to support your weight a little bit more. Either one, it's 15 seconds. Once we've done that, we are going to hold. So we're going to do an isometric hold in the same position. So side bridge, and we are going to hold. So keeping that hip nice and high. After 15 seconds, we then stand up. Now this is where you might need to get a weighted object. So a water bottle, a can, if you do have a weight. We will then be doing a side bend. Now, if you have been working, you saw David is working this side, the weight goes into the opposite hand. That's the easiest way to remember. And that will be for 30 seconds.
So this doesn't need to be fast.
No, this is your, the recovery side, isn't it?
Keep moving, yeah.
Now, we are going to stay with the same side. So if you've been working your right-hand side for 5 rounds before we switch to the left-hand side.
We'll have a little breather in between so you can make sure you're happy with the transitions.
So this is quite a long time on capacity work. So if you can grab something, an object, so if you have a dumbbell, a kettlebell or a water bottle or can, grab that now guys, because we're about to start the capacity work.
It doesn't need to be crazy heavy. Again, if we were doing this in the gym, this would probably be 25 kilos for the men, probably something quite heavy for the men. Maybe 15, 20 kilos for the women. But it doesn't need to be that heavy for you guys at home. This is challenging enough on its own. This is something you won't feel probably today or tomorrow. It'll be Sunday and start realising, okay, that's
so you'll be doing 5 consecutive rounds. Me and David will be sharing the work, but you guys will continuously work for 5 minutes. Right, should we set the clock?
So the clock today is going to be slightly different. It's going to beep every 30 seconds rather than every minute, just so you know when to be transition. So athletes. So Anna, you're going to go your right side to begin with? Your left side.
I'm going to do my left side first.
Okay, so we're going to go on the left-hand side. So it'll be left hand on the floor or left elbow on the ground. The dumbbell will be in your right hand.
So it's always easier just to pop the dumbbell now to your opposite arm so you know that's the side you're grabbing.
Athletes, 10-second warning. Here we go. So choose an appropriate scale. On your hand is the hardest.
So
and we're
dipping.
off. And if you take that other hand up across your body, so make a T shape through your body, that makes it a little bit harder again. Again, it gives you better proprioception as well. 2, 1, up and hold. Just going to hold this now as isometric, so we're creating a little bit more fatigue in that isometric muscle contraction. Hang in there, team. A few more seconds. 5 seconds, in fact. Listening out for that beep. Okay, dumbbell in your right hand. Right hand. And it's a side bend. Work to a long range of motion, so you're actually getting used to pulling, using that left-hand side of your body to bring that dumbbell back. So we're probably going to put the dumbbell down with about 3 seconds to go. So get yourself in position again, ready for round 2. Anna and I are sharing the work.
Okay. So we start again from the beginning into your pulses. So choose the appropriate scale. If this is too hard, just come down onto the elbow or even pop the knee on the floor to add a bit more support. Okay, get ready and up and hold. So you're holding that position. Now you should really start feeling the fatigue here. Brilliant work, guys. Keep holding for 5.
All the way to the beat, team.
3, 2, grab your dumbbell. So the dumbbell's going into the opposite hand. So nice stretch down the body.
Work that full range of motion to recruit all those muscle fibers.
Doing really well, guys. This is quite a difficult one, so you will start to feel the fatigue quite quickly.
Maybe
it's
just in the
very
supporting hands.
Yeah. So don't worry if you have to come down a scale. Right, let's go again. So I'll show you the scale again. So I'm going to come on my forearm this time.
So Anna's balancing on the elbow and the hand, pushing to the floor, still working through those obliques. 2, 1, and hold. So again, holding that bridge as hard as you can. Still keep that belly button in and up. Again, work to the beep. Here we go. So full range of motion. This is round 3.
Yeah.
It's normally when you start feeling these kind of movements, that third round.
Yeah, you should start feeling this now. Otherwise, maybe scale up.
it's too hard, obviously, scale down. Dumbbells down, stand by.
Okay, round 4. Okay, pulsing. Brilliant work.
Is that me or people at home?
You. Get ready and we hold. Keep hold. So you can see the shakes should start to happen. So that's your body trying to stabilize yourself. Keep the hip nice and high for 3, 2, 1. Grab your dumbbell or your weight and we bend.
So penultimate round.
Yeah, 1 more to go.
We know we're nearly there now.
And then we get to do it all again on the other side. Okay, get ready. Get ready for round 5.
So Anna's finishing up. She's gone for the scaled option again. So it's 15 seconds, up and down. Work to that range of motion. 2, 1, up and hold. Try and stay as stable as possible. 10 seconds, team. This is the last round. Get to this next 30 seconds, you get a little bit of a breather while we set ourselves up for the next side. So again, what's that full range of motion as you can possibly manage. Safe. Halfway through this recovery phase. Ten more seconds, team. 10 seconds to go. And you can relax.
Done.
Well done, team.
Okay, so quick recovery. Now we have to repeat everything else on the other side. So for us, we're working our right side.
So it's right elbow or right hand on the floor, dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever you guys are using, on the left-hand side of your room.
So you have to make sure everything's nice and balanced.
So we've got an odd number now, haven't we? So I'll be on.
You're on first.
Yes, I'm on first. So I'll
Yeah.
get 3 and you get 2 this time.
Okay, guys, get ready. Let's go for it. Starting with our pulses on our right side, or if you've already done that, do the opposite side.
10-second warning, team.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we pulse. Now you might find that there's slightly a difference in your mobility in your left and right side, so don't worry. That is why we do this kind of exercise, to make sure we rebalance it all out. And hold. So keep the hips nice and high. Awesome work, guys. 5 seconds, then you can stand. 2, 1, up we go. So now the dumbbell is in the other hand, or your weight is in the other hand. And we stretch. Does that feel easier or harder, David, on your...
I'm quite balanced later on these
Balanced
ones. Yeah.
Okay.
With my legs, it's a different story.
Okay, so we're going to prepare to go down at 3 seconds. Okay, we'll switch.
How are you, athletes? On that up and
it's
down,
pulsing,
up
isn't
and
it?
down. Yep.
I thought we were holding. I'm going to switch legs.
So again, think of that proprioception, try and get that top hand reaching towards the ceiling. If you're utilising that, if it becomes too hard, as you hold now, team, you can always use that top hand as an extra balance of support on the floor. All the way to the beep. Here we go, back to your feet. Double on the opposite hand. So again, like I said before, we're going to work to 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Give you time to transition. Ready to start the hard work again. So these capacity things, if we have that 10, 15 second, 12 seconds sometimes of hard work, some static stuff most of the time, and some
Get ready.
active recovery.
So this is your round 3. 3 of 5. Back into your pulsing. Again, remember, if you need to scale down, just go onto your elbow or pop the knee down to help support your weight.
And hold.
And hold. Feel the shakes?
I can feel the shakes.
That's normal. That is normal, guys. Doing really, really well. A few more seconds. And stand. Grab your dumbbell or your weight. And we stretch. So this, again, doesn't have to be fast. This is where we are recovering. Active recovery. So again, we'll leave about 3 seconds before we go down into round 4. Brilliant.
My floppy hair.
Okay, we switch.
Off you go, Anna.
Oh, forget to pulse.
Up and down, up and down. So headband on. Today we're sporting the Tribal Clash headband today.
Hold, guys.
So Tribal Clash is a beach competition, quite popular in CrossFit.
Nearly there. Okay, stand. Grab the dumbbell. Thank you. So one more round to go.
The grand finale with me. Take another little breather and then we'll get you set up for the AMRAP, the little Metcon to finish up the session. The metabolic conditioning, the bit that gets you hot and sweaty.
Okay, ready? Last time. So into your pulsing. Pulsing first. Brilliant. Speeding up, David. Okay, get ready to hold and up. Doing really, really well. Just hang on, guys.
10 more seconds, team.
That's all it is. 5. Okay, last time then. Active recovery. Definitely feel that now.
Yeah, again,
So
these
you
kind
should
of
feel this
movements,
in your, your trunk here, so your obliques.
because it's such an isolated exercise, there's probably a range of motion some of you haven't worked through before. But that's a lot of time we're doing snatches and jerks. These muscle groups are working quite hard, so we're quite used to it. But for you guys, not used to that, that's going to be challenging. Well done, team.
Well done.
And 0 the clock.
So we have a nice, fast, quick AMRAP to finish off. So we're only going to work for 4 minutes, but we're going to repeat it as many times as possible. So in AMRAP, remember, as many rounds and reps as possible in the time. So we have 2 movements for you today. We have a ground to overhead, which we have used before. So you will need to use that weight.
So you can use anything. You can use dumbbells, you can use your bags of flour, you can use kettlebells, you can use a plate.
So it just has to go from the floor overhead. However you can. So I could clean and jerk it, or I can snatch it. You have to do 8 of those.
So that's going to make you work quite fast. So the reps are going to be quite short today to get you pretty out of breath, because when we're doing a short workout, it's 4 minutes. We're going to try 2 dumbbells to make it a little more challenging for us.
And then you have a squat thrust. So I shall demo.
So that front support, and you're jumping your knees in towards your chest.
Now, if you want a harder challenge, the challenge is to jump your feet outside your hands.
Which is why we do all this beast mobility stuff, so you have that mobility available to do those movements.
So you have 2 options. Either knees just to chest or feet outside of your hands. So we're doing 12 of those. So 8 ground overheads into 12 squat thrusts for 4 minutes.
Yeah, so you guys are going to probably hit a round probably every 30 seconds. So you're looking probably around 8 rounds. Will be a very good amount of reps to achieve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so let's get this clock set.
Okay guys, get ready. So we're about to start the workout.
Ground overheads.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first, yep. Round and tag out.
Yep, so 8 ground overheads. Don't worry about what David's doing. You do not have to use 2 8s, you can just use 1. once you've done 8 into 12 of the squat thrusts. Well done. Ooh, just shy.
Whoa. So this workout will get you pretty out of breath. And you can clean and jerk, you can snatch, you can scale those squat thrusts. If you use a chair or box, you can use a chair or box. Footstool for those squat thrusts. It's the same movement.
All yours.
So we're using ground overhead as a snatch, because that's the fastest
Way to do it.
method.
But you don't have to do it that way. Okay, coming up to 2.5 minutes.
As well.
So I'll show you clean and jerk.
So clean and jerk, you'll stop at the shoulders. You'll take it overhead. A little bit slower, but normally when we're using heavier weights, that's the method we would use. And again, as always, the effort comes from the legs, never from the back. Just over 9 seconds to go.
Oh yes. Doing really well, guys. Keep moving. It is designed to be a fast workout.
Go, go, go. 1 minute. So even on those squat thrusts, you're still using your abs a lot. We're using that posterior chain, the lower back on these ground overheads. While I get another go.
So I'm going to do knees to chest.
Forty seconds. Looks like I'm gonna go.
Go. Just keep going, guys, all the way to the end. It's as many reps and rounds as possible. Oh, 22 seconds.
Easy. Ten seconds left, team. Hang on then. 3, 2, 1. And time. You get a high five.
Well done.
You guys get virtual high fives.
Oh, I'm out of breath on that one.
Superb, team. Yeah, it's a good challenge.
So that is designed just to get you nice and out of breath. Short, sharp workout, 2 really fast movements on your abs that are already fatigued. So well done, guys.
Brilliant.
Really good.
Classic hit.
Yes.
Right, athletes. So we're going to come to the floor now and do a bit of cooling down. We need our figure of 4, again, for an exercise called a mermaid pose. So I'm going to drop down onto my elbow and reach over the top. So give you a chance to stretch through those muscles between your ribs. They're called the intercostals. And those obliques we worked a moment ago. Fingers over the top. At the weight of your arm, create the stretch. Do exactly the same thing on the side. We're going to hold your shin. So you're going to grab your shin with your hand, and you can pull using your hand. Probably see there's a difference between myself and Anne on this one. She probably articulates a little bit better than I do. Let's switch the legs around. Exactly the same thing on the side. So I'm going to mermaid now on my right hand side. So 2 days of training left, team. Body's hopefully feeling pretty good. Let's switch to the side.
That's a good stretch.
Whilst we're here, we're going to cross the legs over into our legs so we can reach forwards, lower back. Again, if any of you have knee issues, just open that gap a little bit. You might decide to go into a frog style stretch to work through that if you have any knee issues. Then we'll open the feet up. Depending on how flexible you can obviously increase the width of that base. Nice flat back. We're going to walk those fingers forwards and hold that stretch. You'll definitely see a difference between myself and Anne on this one. If that's okay, and the elbows. I'm going to finish up some stuff for the wrists, because the wrists have taken quite a bit of weight there if you've been doing the bridge on a straight arm. So we'll go fingers on the floor. Rather than moving, so we're just going to hold that stretch. So just slowly sit back onto your heels, fingers point towards the knees. Stretch those wrists out. And do the same thing in reverse. The back of the hand on the floor in a second as well. As always, it's 45 seconds to a minute in these sessions. If we're aiming for mobility, to increase mobility, we'll work about a minute to a minute 20, ideally. Let's go back of the hands on the floor. Notice how we switch the elbows on, so the pit of the elbow starts facing forwards, so I'm creating torsion or torque. It's a strong word, torque. So my arms are straight, back of the hand on the floor. Just make sure you're still able to move fingers.
Good one.
And we are done for the day. So a slightly different style of session today, with that capacity stuff has been the main bulk of the session.
Absolutely. You did amazing work, guys. Really, really good. And tomorrow we have our new skill and each minute on the minute. So we will see you then.
Yeah, so make sure you keep pressed to supporting that barn donate button. Watch their videos on YouTube to help them out a little bit as best we can. Any questions, again, fire them to us via this site or via our Facebook page or our Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll do our best to answer as soon as possible. Have a great Wednesday, team, and we'll catch some more of the same tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.